Before we start talking about one-point perspective today, let's review from last time. The video from the first perspective lesson was just about landscapes, and so I pointed out that things seem to get smaller as they get farther away. They also get less detailed. And so maybe you did a sketch or a landscape last time to help reinforce this idea that things get smaller and less detailed when they're far away. Now we're going to talk about something that's a little bit more mathematical. So some of you might like that, some of you might not, but it's a really useful tool. It's called one-point perspective. In one-point perspective, there is a horizon line and a vanishing point. The horizon line is typically what we would think of when we look outside and we see the spot where the earth and the sky see. And then this vanishing point is where all the things seem to be traveling. So we're going to practice drawing these boxes in one-point perspective today, and then there'll be another video that will show you how to make the street in a city using one-point perspective. Okay, so again, we are going to start with a horizon line and a vanishing point. So to do this, you will want a ruler. You're going to use your ruler to draw a straight line. Okay, and then you're going to make yourself a vanishing point. After that, you're going to use your ruler to create some squares and rectangles. We'll start with one that is below the horizon line. Okay, so you're just going to create a box using your ruler. You're creating either a square or a rectangle to start with. Okay, make that a little darker for you guys to see here. Okay, so there is my rectangle. Now I am going to draw from every corner to the vanishing point. These are my converging lines. I don't have to draw one from here because it would get covered up by my box. So this farthest corner away you do not have to draw from unless you are making a see-through box. Okay, so I have my converging lines, but I need to make the box finish. So I have to decide if this is a long box or a short box and draw the line that represents where the box ends. Okay, and you'll notice this line is completely vertical and this line is completely horizontal. They're not angled at diagonals. They're straight across and straight up and down. That will create the illusion of a box. This is the top of the box. This is the side of the box. And this is the front of the box. Okay? Now, if my box is above my horizon line, like so, instead of seeing the top of the box, I'm going to see the bottom of the box. Okay, so there's my square or rectangle. I draw my converging lines from all of the closest corners. Now again, I don't go farthest away corner. I don't need that one. Then this line goes completely vertical. Use your ruler if you need to. And this line goes completely horizontal. Use your ruler. Okay, you need to make sure that those are straight. This time I see my front, my side, and the bottom of my box. Okay. Now I'm going to show you one that would look like if it was on the horizon line. Okay, so if it covers up the horizon line, the first thing you need to know, if your square or rectangle covers up the horizon line here, since it's overlapping that, it's going to cover it up. We're going to erase this part right here, okay? And this is going to be the front of my box. And my converging lines are only going to be coming from these two corners. I am not going to have any coming from these because they're both far away, okay? Now I have to decide how long my box is. This line is going completely vertical, straight up and down, not at a diagonal. I can erase that. And this is now the side of this box, okay? And that is simply how to do boxes. Using a vanishing point on a horizon line. If the box is below the horizon line, you see the top and the side. If it's above, you see the side and the bottom. If it's on the horizon line, you see the front and the side. A similar thing would happen if you drew it directly above or below. You would not see the sides, you'd only see the top or the bottom. So you guys can kind of experiment with that if you want some extra practice. You can draw more squares, like in the example on Google Classroom, to try from every angle, okay? But the main terms that you have, this is 1 point perspective. These are the converging lines. This is the horizon line. And this is the vanishing point. So those things will help you remember some important terms that will help you when you're doing your city on the next video. All right, so good luck with that. Get some practice with that. It's a very useful tool. And we'll learn about drawing cities in 1 point perspective next time.